My unemployed sister called me useless, and my life is meaningless because I am not an artist like her. She forgot that I pay for her entire life. My sister Tara quit her job at the bank 3 years ago to pursue her passion for art. She said working 9 to 5 was killing her soul, and she needed to express herself creatively. I supported her decision completely, even helped her move into a cheaper apartment and bought her art supplies for Christmas. Our parents had passed 5 years before, so it was just me and her, and I wanted her to be happy. I was working as a nurse, pulling double shifts on weekends, but I told Tara to follow her dreams. For the first year, she actually tried. She'd paint every day, post her work online, apply to galleries and craft fairs. Nothing sold, but she kept saying art took time to monetize. By year 2, she'd stopped painting and started calling herself a conceptual artist. Her concepts never turned into actual art, but she'd spend hours explaining them to anyone who'd listen. When her savings ran out, she asked if I could help with rent just for a few months. I said yes because she was family, and she promised she'd figure something out soon. Those few months turned into a year of me paying her $700 rent plus giving her money for groceries and utilities. She said she couldn't work a regular job because it would compromise her artistic integrity. She needed to be available for inspiration whenever it struck. Meanwhile, I was picking up extra shifts, working holidays, and eating sandwiches for dinner to afford supporting both of us. Tara would text me photos from coffee shops where she was sketching ideas that never became anything. This past Thanksgiving, I invited Tara to my apartment along with our cousins and some friends from work. I cooked everything from scratch even though I'd worked the night shift before. Turkey, stuffing, 3 kinds of pie, the works. Tara showed up 2 hours late with nothing, not even wine, and immediately started complaining that I made regular stuffing instead of the cornbread kind she preferred. During dinner, my friend Jackie asked Tara about her latest art project. Tara launched into this speech about how she was exploring the intersection of existence and emptiness. Jackie politely asked if she had any pieces to show. Tara said physical art was limiting and her work existed in theoretical space. Our cousin Brian tried changing the subject by asking me about my promotion to charge nurse. I'd been training for 6 months and just gotten the position the week before. Before I could answer, Tara cut me off. She said it was typical that I defined myself by some corporate title, that I was just another cog in the capitalist machine. She said at least she was trying to create something meaningful instead of being useless to society like me. The whole table went quiet. I asked her to repeat what she'd said. She doubled down, saying that anyone could be a nurse. It just required following basic instructions, while art required actual talent and vision. She said I'd given up on having real dreams and settled for mediocrity. She called me useless 3 more times while explaining how I'd never contribute anything lasting to the world. My friend Rachel tried defending me, mentioning the lives I'd saved, families I'd helped through their worst moments. Tara said that was just doing a job anyone could do with basic training. She said she felt sorry for me because I'd never understand what it meant to have a calling. That's when our cousin Brian lost it and told Tara she had some nerve calling anyone useless when she hadn't worked in 3 years. Tara said employment didn't determine someone's value. Brian asked who paid her rent then. Tara went quiet for the first time all night. Everyone was looking at her. She finally mumbled that she had support from various sources. Brian looked at me and asked if I was the various sources. I nodded. The table exploded. Jackie asked why I was supporting someone who called me useless. Rachel said Tara was a parasite. Our other cousin Diana said she'd wondered how Tara afforded her lifestyle without working. Tara tried to leave, but Brian blocked her path and said she needed to apologize to me in front of everyone. Tara refused, saying she wouldn't apologize for speaking truth about my meaningless existence. That was all I needed to hear. The next morning, I called Tara's landlord and gave notice that I'd no longer be paying her rent. I'd been the only name on the checks for over a year. I also canceled the credit card I'd given her for emergencies that she used for coffee and art supplies. I stopped the automatic transfer I'd set up for her utilities. I texted Tara that since I was so useless, my money must be useless too. She called immediately, screaming that I couldn't just cut her off without warning. I reminded her that she'd called me useless to my face in front of my friends and family. She said that had nothing to do with rent. I said it had everything to do with it. She had 30 days to figure something out. The second week, she tried calling our cousins for money, but Brian had already told everyone what happened at Thanksgiving. Nobody would help her. Week 3, she applied for jobs but hadn't updated her resume in 3 years and had no references. Week 4, she begged me to reconsider. Said she didn't mean what she said, that she was just stressed about her art. I asked her to show me one piece she'd completed in the past year. She couldn't. She got evicted on day 31. She had to move in with our aunt who lives 4 hours away in a town with no coffee shops or art scene. Our aunt makes her pay rent by working at her dog grooming business. Tara washes dogs for 10 hours a day. Actual useful work that contributes to something. She posted once about how the universe was teaching her humility through this journey. Brian commented that it wasn't the universe, it was consequences. Last I heard, she was saving up to move back to the city. Said at minimum wage that'll take about as long as she spent calling me useless while I paid for her entire life. Full story on channel, link below.